So no one told me uni in Australia will be like this. Today I'm spilling the tea on everything that shocked me about going to an Australian university. Australia is definitely different from the rest of the world, and if you think you're getting the same experience as anywhere else for uni life, you are mistaken. So here are things that no one tells you before you start. Let's start with the obvious. Number one, people do not dress up here. The dress code for uni is still super casual. I'm talking gym shorts, leggings, and sometimes even flip-flops or thongs. When I first rocked up with my pre-planned outfit that I was thinking about for so long, hair all well done, only to be surrounded by people in trackies and oversized hoodies. And it's normal. You'll see people even walking around barefoot sometimes in Australia. Coming from a background where uniforms and dressing up is more normal, this was a shock to me, but it is super handy when you're running late for class and you don't have to put together a well thought out outfit. So don't think you need a whole new wardrobe when you're coming to uni here in Australia. At least it's not socially mandatory. Number two, lectures are optional. In Australia, most lectures are recorded now, so technically you don't have to go. And the system kind of confused me as well, because there's tutorials and there's lectures. Lectures are more just the professor providing you knowledge, lecturing you, and then tutorials are more group-based activities and learning opportunities, and that's more like a classroom, you can call it. So lectures, you can watch them online on double speed in bed, and this freedom shocked me. This obviously fully came to effect during and after COVID, and to be honest, it made it super easy to not fall behind in classes and be able to catch up at your own pace. But at the same time, no one's going to chase you to do it. You're treated like an adult from day one. And in that comes the freedom of calling your professors by their first name. I never forget when my professors were introducing them to me by their first name, and I was supposed to call them that. Not even a professor or a doctor title in front of it. Nope, in Australia, it's common to address your lecturers and tutors by their first name. It's very casual, like I said. So it's super chill, super equal, but definitely weird at first when I'm not calling someone ma'am or sir when they're my teacher. Next, if you're expecting Aussie universities to be like what you see in American movies, think cheerleaders, football games, mascots, you're gonna be disappointed. Uni here is more individual, more just for learning. There's no chanting or full-on graduation ceremonies that last for days. You study, maybe go to a uni bar, and then that's it. And that brings me to my next point. Yes, we have bars on campus. I repeat, on campus you have uni bars that you could go to. Some of them even have weekly events like $5 beers, happy hour, open mic, trivia night, and yes, students can go for drinks right after or in between classes. I was genuinely surprised at how normalized it is to drink during the week and just at the drinking culture in Australia. Next one is really handy is flexible class schedules that they have here. So unlike high school, you get to choose your class times. Here, you can literally structure your week to avoid early mornings or long days. I knew people who only came to campus 2 days a week, where they scheduled all their classes on those days. It's super flexible, which is great, but it also makes it easy to lose structure if you're not disciplined. And sometimes class times will get filled up fast and you'll have to opt for the least popular times or least popular subject that you didn't want to study, and you miss out on the one that you wanted to. I made that mistake. I signed up to a subject in a class time, but that didn't work with the part-time work that I was doing, so I had to change the subject and the time. And when I decided no, I actually want to do that subject, I couldn't change because people had already opted for it and the class was full, and so was the time. So make sure you don't backtrack if it's something you really want to study, and if it's the time that really works for you, get onto it fast. Now, this one shocked me the most. Hardly anyone talks about GPA or doing super good at university. People just want to pass. There's this whole saying of P's get degrees, which means even if you pass, you get a degree. So what's the point of doing the best? And honestly, it's true. When you go for jobs, no one really looks at your GPA. They just likes to know that you did a degree. And unless you're applying for a postgrad, nobody is really asking for your transcript. Also, there is a lot of independence. No one checks if you're attending classes, no one cares if you don't submit an assignment, because some people know you can still not submit some assignments and still pass, depending on how the percentage is worked out for the grade. It's very sink or swim. You have to be your own motivator, your own planner, and your own backup plan. It can be freeing, but a bit isolating if you're used to structured learning. The last thing that I want to mention is, don't come here thinking uni will be the best thing that ever happened or the best years of your life. Not everyone gets to have that college was the best years of my life kind of experience. Aussie unis can feel transactional. You go to class, maybe work part-time, and then you go home. You might not even interact with your classmates sometimes unless it's for a group project. It's not a community-driven experience unless you make the effort to go to uni events, go live at uni housing and interact with other students. And I wish someone told me that. No one's gonna come in and be part of our uni community. You have to make that effort. You have to go to open day, you have to go to events, you have to join clubs, because otherwise there might not be much happening. Now, even though it was a culture shock knowing the university and student experience here, I've come to learn how chill and independent uni life is in Australia, and I think a lot more people should know that. It teaches you how to allocate your time, advocate for yourself, and actually live outside of academics and make that effort to get outside of your comfort zone. If you're planning to come to Australia or are already here and feeling a bit lost, you're not alone. It takes time and you'll find your flow. I have a lot more videos on my channel about coming to Australia, moving here, studying here, working here, so check them out. I'm posting almost every day on here, so stick around and I'll see you next time.